Nathan Tobin, and I'm running the Cruel Jewel 50.
My name is Rachel Bell Kelly. I'm 34, and my trail name is Wisp.
My name is Jordan Stafford. I'm 27. I'm doing the Cruel Jewel 100.
My name is Ben Sizik. I am 30 years old, and I'm training for the Cruel Jewel 100.
Incredibly flat here. Usually I have to make my own mountains. I either do stadium workouts where I run up and down the stadium, I jump down the stadium to really work my quads.
I'm a farmer. I manage a 5-acre berry farm that we're actually at right now. We grow blackberries, blueberries, elderberries, muscadine grapes, and also tea plants that we then harvest and make our own tea blends at the tea house.
Nate's a funny guy. I haven't known Nate very long either. I ran into him the very first time running with the Trailheads during a Freaky Friday morning run, and Nate shows up in a headband and like pirate tights.
I met Nate at work. He came into the store and we didn't know each other. He was another customer to me. He was asking about nutrition and stuff. And now we're signed up for not the same race, but different distance of the same race. And he's actually, he's unfortunately, because he's injured right now, he isn't able to run a whole lot.
I got hurt running too much, too fast. And I mean, it's a combination of a lot of things that happened, but basically the simple answer is I was doing too much, too fast. I've only been running the kinds of distances that you need to run to train for ultramarathons for about 6 months, and I ramped up my miles too fast without having done any strength training, and basically I was putting too much stress on my tendons, and eventually I got tendonitis.
Nate's a good guy. I look forward to seeing what he does because he's injured, so he's cross-training. So I'm actually really curious to see how he does in the race.
Well, I'm working running specialty, but I'm also trying to get into grad school. I do, I guess, a little bit of unofficial coaching, mostly for Wisp, really, but also a couple of other people.
So Lynx, I probably know Lynx the least. Just from hearing about his races. I know he's super fast. I know he trains really hard, even though he's probably not too vocal about it. But I know that guy's out there pushing himself pretty darn hard.
Lynx has been somebody who I've gone to and just like rattled with a bunch of questions, and he's always there with the answers. He has a ton of knowledge when it comes to running and when it comes to fitness and nutrition and all of it. And again, just like Wisp, he's one of these people, they're soft-spoken, but they're really focused.
Well, my general game plan is, I guess I run usually 4 or 5 days a week, and I try to get the most out of each one of those days. Now I'm like, 4 days a week I run 20 to 30 miles each of those days, and the other 2 or 3 days basically they're easy. I'll do either nothing or, like easy half hour. I've been as high as 200 a week before, but that was very base building. This will be a little bit more focused. So I do have a 120-mile week planned. But it might go a little bit higher. We'll see.
Lynx is a solid guy. I mean, he's a really good training partner. He's a really good guy to be out there with. He, you know, he's quietly knowledgeable about things. I think my first impression of him was, man, he's fast. And any given day, he could win any race that he puts his mind to. At any given day, shit could happen, and you know, because he's definitely done both. I am a trained artist, but I walk dogs for a living. Ultimate long-term goal is to run Western States, hopefully next summer, either by getting in the lottery or maybe winning a ticket next year in the Montreal Ultra Cup.
She's an incredibly dedicated and focused runner. Almost zero ego on that one whatsoever, you know, for everything that she has accomplished. She can talk a lot, which for me is a good thing because I'm not much of a talker. So on the long training runs, it works for me.
Not like hard structured shoes. I think their thing is they're a little bit softer, a little more flexible.
So they're more like, she flies, especially on the downhills. I've trained with her a lot, and she's a hell of a runner. She's a hell of a runner. She trains incredibly hard, but she's just always loves running, is happy about it, and you know, has no ego, and it's great being around her. I mean, whether it's during running or just hanging out, I mean, she's impressive in how understated she is.
I mean, running is sort of my cure-all, so I don't think that there is usually any time that I really don't want to run. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's cold and miserable, but I have a harder time taking days off than I have getting myself out of bed to run. That's sort of how running is for me. It is just the thing that balances me out. Sometimes it's my social life, sometimes it's how I'm social and connect with other people, and sometimes it's the way that I can reconnect with myself by going out on a long run and having time to think. I also I love the outdoors, and it inspires me in my creative life. It inspires my painting, it inspires my photography, and so it is really a core part of me.
I just think she's got this laser focus that's amazing. She loves running. She loves running with her dog, and it seems like she, you know, lives for running. And I'm really inspired by that because I want to find my lifestyle centered around running a little bit more like that. And you know, even if it's raining or snowing, she's out there running, and that's awesome. Ben's running the 100. Oh gosh, you know, I think Ben is one of these people where it's like he seems to know his body really well. He seems to know how to train really well. He's not out on all of the training runs, but he's always out training each day, I hear, and I think that I think that he's the elevation. I think that he'll do really well with the elevation.
He seems like a really good guy, and very, very focused, definitely can zero in on a task and get it done, which may be one of the keys for getting 100-milers done, I don't know.
So my training for Cruel Jewel, I'm going to try something a little different this time. I've found that I'm not great at putting in really high mileage weeks. You know, some of the other folks, you know, our friends going down, they put in over 100-mile weeks, and I've tried that before, and I get pretty burnt out and pretty banged up. So I'm going to focus more on my vert each week. And so my training plan is kind of ramping that up week to week, and it'll probably get me up to about 80 miles per week. You know, which is pretty solid, but I'm not going to be focusing on the weekly mileage. So I'm going to be hitting the treadmill a lot of boring hiking treadmill workouts, hitting the stadium a lot, and then when I do, you know, run outside, I'm going to be trying to find those hills to do the hill repeats, get the uphills in and the downhills.
Ben and I have had some good adventures. He's always up for you know, a trail run wherever. He's always up for a good drive. He's like my mountain training buddy. He's always like, let's get up early, let's go to the mountains. You want to go? Yeah, let's do it. All right. You know, he's always up for whatever. He's like, he's there, he's ready to go.